Paul was talking, obviously you're having a great series, but you kind of become one of those players where when he puts you somewhere, you make the other guys better, you make the line better. Do you think that's because you're just easy to play with, or are you adjusting your game to play with your new line mates each time you move, do you think?
I try to adjust my game a little bit. Try to give my line mates the freedom to play their game, and so yeah, I adjust my game a little bit and just try to bring a little bit of energy. Sometimes, might not be me. It might just be, when you switch lines up, it gives everybody a little spark, and just seems to be clicking right now.
Front row, Jordan.
Yeah, I have one for each. You first, Anton, to sort of build off of that. How easy is it to play with Evan? You played with him a good bit this year. How easy is it to play with him? What's it like seeing what he's done so far this series?
Yeah, I mean he's been really good this series and the whole playoff, and I mean obviously the whole season as well. But it's been really fun to play with him. We talk a lot, he's easy to play with, easy to talk with and go through some plays. But at the same time, he works hard every day on and off the ice, and I think that's the biggest key for his success, I think.
And then Evan, with your goal from last game, obviously they get the power play goal and you get it right back the next shift. Just momentum-wise, being able to get that goal, what did that do for you guys on the bench, and just to be able to make sure Edmonton didn't get a chance to start building off of what they were doing?
Yeah, I think it was big for our whole team. Starts off a simple play, just a forecheck, a hard rim puck, and then get into the net. And sometimes, when you get down in games, you try to make too cute of plays, or you try to spread the game open. And I think, the reason why we've had so much success this year, especially when we get down, is that we don't change our game. And I think it was an important shift for us to just, continue to play our brand of hockey. And would have liked to have gotten a couple more though.
Back left.
What's been the message in the locker room to refocus and clinch the series?
I think it's, you just take it game by game. It's, a new day and a new chance to win. And, I think there's a lot of belief in our room, and it's just going out there and executing, sticking to our game plan, putting our best foot forward. And, we believe if we do that, we'll get the results we want.
And just following on that question, you guys won a game in Edmonton earlier in the series. How do you find similar success in a hostile environment?
I think you embrace it. I think that's the biggest thing. You got to embrace, going into opposing teams' building with a loud crowd, and using it as motivation. We did a great job doing the same thing in Boston and New York, even Tampa. Three very loud crowds. Game 3 in Edmonton, and you just got to embrace it. You got to enjoy hearing the noise almost against you. It's easy at home to use the fans to get you motivated, but I think if you look at it with a certain frame of mind, you can use the opposing crowd's energy and use it as fuel to get you going and have fun with it and enjoy it. And I think that's, that'll be key for us.
Front right.
That's a question for either of you guys. Chucky had I think a 9-game goal drought. He gets one in Game 5 and had a very good game overall. When he's playing at his best, just how much of a boost does that give you guys both, mentally and just as a team? How much does it help when he's playing just at his peak?
Yeah, he's one of our leaders. So, when your leaders are leading, everyone follows behind. And I think it was big for him to get a goal there, and probably the best game he's had this series. And I think when he's at his best, he's just a force. He's unstoppable. He's big, and he wants the puck. He wants contact when he has the puck. He's so good at protecting it, and when he's getting to the dirty areas, he's one of the best in the league at it. And I think it's one of his biggest skill sets. I think it's why he's such he's been such a good playoff performer, and I think if he brings that mentality, that he'll continue to have that success.
Anton, do you want to add anything to that?
I think he said pretty much everything.
Okay, well, I'm going to use his follow-up then. How many times has Paul shown you guys the video of him chasing down the empty net shot and or B, him taking the puck away from McDavid?
I mean, no, we haven't seen it, but obviously we saw it last game. But I mean, he's giving everything he has, and so do we all. We play with just leave the heart out every game and just trying to do our best. And tomorrow's a new opportunity to just go out there, have fun, and just leave it out there.
And real quick, how good has Evan been? I mean, you don't have to listen, but I mean, has he been the MVP of the finals for you guys?
I think I already said a lot of good things about him, but yeah, he's been really good this series. Not even only because he's scoring goals and being important, but he works hard. He does a lot of small things that helps the team to win, and he's a leader, and he's been stepping up a lot this series and this playoff.
Do we have any more English questions? We'll take one more in English, and then we'll do some Finnish.
Evan, Paul said yesterday that he doesn't look at this as pressure. He's like, it's 3-2, and yeah, you lost 2 games, but it's 3-2. Do you guys look at it the same way? I mean, obviously, it's 2 games you would have liked to win. That's a given, but you're still leading the Stanley Cup final. Do you guys look at it that way, or do you feel the wall's kind of closing in a teeny bit?
No, I think if you were to tell anyone they'd be 3-2 in a Stanley Cup Finals, you'd be pretty ecstatic about it. I also think if you ask any player in any series if they would like to sweep their way to a Stanley Cup, then they'd all say yeah too. So we have an opportunity to go into a hostile environment in Edmonton and win a hockey game, and it's a simple mindset. We're going out as a group. We're going to stick together. We're going to do it for the guy next to us, and we go out there and win a game.
Thank you for your time, Evan. If you want to hop off, you can.
No way.
So Evan and Anton will answer in Finnish now.
Morjes Anton. Tämmöinen tekninen kysymys tähän alkuun. Minkälainen ero on jäässä Edmontonissa versus täällä Miamissa?
Ei mun mielestä paljon ole mitään eroa, että aika samalta tuntuu molemmat jäät, että en ole huomannut, että olisi mitään eroa.
Okei. Kuinka sinulta sujuu odottaminen otteluun, jossa mestaruus on katkolla? Siis kuinka pitkä on odottavan aika? Ja miten henkisesti valmistaudut tulevaan otteluun, esim. Mielikuvaharjoittein tai elokuvia katsellen?
No joo, nyt on jo pari peliä ollut mahdollisuus voittaa ja ei olla pystytty voittamaan, niin tässä on ehkä koettanut siirtää nämä ajatukset pois ja pysyä hetkessä, elää hetkessä eikä miettiä yhtään eteenpäin tai taaksepäin, että nyt vaan mennään päivä kerrallaan ja peli kerrallaan. Että nyt seuraava peli laitetaan kaikki ja koitetaan vaan mennä sinne nauttimaan ja koittaa pelaa kauden paras peli, mutta totta kai koittaa katsoa jotain leffoja tai sarjoja tuossa lennon aikana ja siellä on rauhoittu.
Perhettäsi, isä ja veli on täällä paikalla, eikö vaan?
Kyllä.
Minkälaista kannustusta heiltä on tullut mestaruustaistoon?
No, ne on ollut iso apu koko kauden mittaan ja itse asiassa koko elämä ja koko ura, että ne on aina ollut siinä jeesaamassa ja isä ja äiti on ollut iso osa, miksi mä edes pelaan jääkiekkoa ja miksi mä oon edes päässyt näin pitkälle. Että kaikki ne tunnit, mitä ne on laittanut kuskaamiseen ja ruoantekoon ja kaikki pienet asiat nuorena poikana, mutta ollut kiva, että on päässyt tänne katsoa ja ollut iso apu niistä.
Thank you for your time.
Kiitos.
Kiitos.
You're working on it.
Yeah, obviously just go up north and try to win a hockey game.
Cuzzy looks like he's maybe back in after what he did in Russia. Just obviously you guys are tight. What does he bring to this lineup when he's in there?
Yeah, speed, energy, camaraderie. We've kind of been doing it together for a couple of years here, so excited to have him back in there and like I said, go out there and try to win a hockey game.
A lot of good things last game, especially at 5-on-5. What did you like about the second half last time that maybe you can pick up here into the start of Game 6?
Yeah. I thought we played well. Obviously, had a strong push towards the end of the game. Shut it down defensively and had some good looks offensively. So, against against the Oilers, anytime you have a breakdown, it's you know, going to result in a good chance, if not in the back of your net. So we obviously got to limit their chances and you know, play a full 60 minutes.
Ryan, last year at this time, Matthew was trying to play through a broken sternum. We all saw the save the other night. You all want this thing, but when one of the best players in the world says, I want it this bad to do this much, what sort of message does that send to the room?
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, like you said, he's, you know, one of the best players in the world. He's one of our main leaders. So you know, like you said, when guys like that lead by example, you know, everybody else is well on board because they're leading the way.
You live here in South Florida, so it doesn't really matter, but today's the first day of summer, and you're practicing hockey and going on a plane. What's that feel like to...
Yeah, we're you know, incredibly lucky for sure. We were talking about the other day that, you know, a couple of that teams that haven't made the playoffs have been at home for a couple months now. So you know, incredibly lucky and fortunate to be in this position, and you know, obviously looking forward to you know, trying to accomplish our goal here.
And you've been, like we talked about it, you sat down some games and Cousins, going back to Cousins. What's it like to get back into? What was it like for you to get back into that game the other night?
Yeah, you know, obviously excited, probably a little bit nervous. You know, obviously the stakes are high. You kind of been out of it for a little bit and coming back in, so it's just about getting the first one out of the way, and then it's a hockey game at that point. But I know he'll be excited, and you know, we'll be extremely upbeat and positive and optimistic, and you know, kind of bring that to the team.
What's it like watching Chucky when he's at the top of his game? Obviously, he's always contributing, helping you guys win, but when he's at, you know, playing his best, what's it like to watch him play from the bench?
It's fun. It's fun. I mean, like you said, it's really always fun. But you know, when he's producing, it's great. You know, our big guys have you know, been that all year long. They've been our big dogs. They've carried a lot of the weight, scored a lot of big goals, you know, and that's just, it kind of comes to the territory when you're in that category. So, you know, we know what to expect out of them, and obviously happy they're producing, and you know, expect them to keep it up for sure.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge. Obviously, puck was going in, and him giving everything he had there and saving that goal, he was huge, obviously.
Albert Larsson on the top power play right now. Obviously, he's done that for decades in the NHL. Just, what does he do up there that you guys like? And just going back to last game, how do you think he fit in that role?
Well, yeah, he's good option there. Like, he's lefty. Money is righty, so he's lefty. That gives us a little different look. So, but I mean, he's been there for his whole life, and he knows what to do there. So that's pretty good.
Larky, obviously, you guys need one better start than you guys had the last two games, but what can you build up from the final 30 or so minutes from last game as you head into Game 6?
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of good things in that game that we can take to the next game, and like obviously in this room we played a lot of games this year and last year. We know exactly what we need to do and how we need to play. It's all about like us being ready right from the start and doing our thing and as good as possible.
You have a lot of support, the city, throughout the country. Tell me about your mentality going into Game 6.
Well, it's great. It's another great challenge for us, and going into Edmonton now, like we're going long trip, so we get to spend a lot of time together in the plane and in the hotel. So can't wait to get playing again tomorrow.
When Evan Rodriguez is playing at his best, what stands out the most about his game?
Just everything. Like he's very talented guy. He makes really nice plays. He makes the right plays. He goes to the net. He, like I've said a million times before, he does it all. So he's great.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks very much. Thanks everyone. We'll head to